Welcome to Newcastle Biobanks. Newcastle Biobanks at Newcastle University are collections of samples and associated data donated by the public for use in medical research. The samples stored in our biobanks will help researchers to develop better treatments for a wide range of diseases, including cancer, arthritis, and dementia, as well as improving our understanding of genetic and developmental disorders. Medical research into human disease is only possible due to the generosity of patients and healthy volunteers who give their consent for their samples to be used for research purposes. In many cases, some blood or tissue will be left over after a routine investigation or after an operation. This is usually thrown away, but a patient may be asked for their consent for this to be collected by a biobank for use in medical research. In some cases, a small amount of extra material may be taken, but this is only done if it poses no extra risk and after careful discussion with the donor. Once the samples have been collected, they may be used immediately or taken for storage in a biobank. When samples arrive in the biobank, they are carefully checked in and assigned a unique identification number. Donor confidentiality is maintained at all times by removing any details that would allow the researcher to identify who they are. The collection and use of patient samples and data is very carefully regulated in the United Kingdom, and Newcastle Biobanks comply with all the conditions laid out in the Human Tissue Act and the Data Protection Act. All staff involved in research with human tissue are trained so that they understand what is required. Regular inspections are undertaken to ensure that the facility is well run and that samples are being respected as highly valued donations for medical research. When a researcher wishes to access the tissues stored as part of a biobank, they must apply for permission to do so. All requests to access samples are reviewed by an access committee who consider the request based on scientific merit, sample availability and ethics. Laypersons play a vital role in these access committees by representing the public and helping to ensure that samples are used wisely. To find out more about the range of services offered by Newcastle Biobanks, including sample availability, collection, storage and processing, you can refer to our website.